I'm going too fast. I need to pace myself. I really need to pace myself. What's up and welcome back to episode 3 of ONE45. If you are new to my channel or new to this series, I'm currently training to run my first half marathon, which will be happening in April at the Vienna City Marathon Weekend. My goal is to run the half marathon within 1 hour and 45 minutes, and this is pretty much a documentation on how my training is going. In today's episode, I'll be talking about a few workouts that I did this week, which was an 8K run, a long run, and today's track workout. This week, I started off with an easy run, which was a 6K. It was just a 6K easy run, nothing really to talk about. And the second workout of this week was a 8K progressive run. A progressive run, you usually start at a relatively easy pace and then you get faster throughout the run, which means I started off with a slower pace and went faster with each kilometer that I finished. My 8K progressive run started with a 2K warm up at a very easy pace, and then I started the first kilometer at the 5 minute and 50 seconds pace, going faster with each kilometer. So my plan was to go 10 seconds faster than the previous kilometer. I wanted to run at a 5:50 pace, 5:40 pace, 5:30 pace, up to the 5 minute pace, which is my goal race pace. I was actually doing pretty well until the 3K mark, because at the 3K mark, my watch was telling me I was going 5:30. For some reason, I thought I was going too slow. And then I started going way too fast. 3K, 5:30. Son of a bitch. Let's go. Let's go. I was just going too hard. My body felt exhausted quite fast, and overall I just messed up my times the progressive run, or at least that's what I thought. At the end, the stats actually showed that I did pretty well with the progressive run. There was just one problem with the last kilometer. When I was going back to my place, I had to cross 2 streets, which meant I had to wait for the cars to pass by. But overall, I think this progressive run was a success because I hit the times actually quite well, even though I almost managed to mess it up, but I actually did pretty well. The third workout for this week was a long run. Let's go. 12K long run. We switched workouts with Sunday. So Sunday we're gonna be on the track recording my speed workout that I will be doing. But for today, we got a 12K long run scheduled. Easy pace. Let's see if I can manage to actually keep it easy. Random run thought. Running is the ultimate form of delayed gratification. It's week 2 and I'm already feeling frustrated with not staying in zone 2, but I know I will benefit from it long term. So I just have to be patient and stick to the plan. This thing with staying in a specific heart rate zone from 135 to 145 beats per minute. For the first weeks, I'm just gonna use that heart rate zone to practice or to see how it feels. Later on my training block, I'll just try to see how my body's feeling during runs. It should just feel smooth when it comes to zone 2 running. So yeah, let's see how it'll go. And the heart rate is up again. but we'll get there. We'll get there. Trust the process. So we're halfway through, 6 kilometers in, 6 more to go. Let's go. Halfway through, I actually had a conversation with one of my closest friends while running, so that also helped me to run at a pace where I could keep up a conversation, which means easy running. I managed to stay in zone 2, again with the run-walk method. Overall, I just need to be more patient with zone 2 running, or I just have to be more disciplined, but it's going pretty well. This week's long run was a success with staying in zone 2 and an average heart rate of 144. Just came back from today's workout, which was the first track workout that I did. I was kind of nervous going into this. I didn't know if there would be any other runners. I even did my research on track running etiquette, which lane you should be using or what you shouldn't be doing, which way you should be going. I didn't know what to expect. Overall, it was a great experience. I felt like an athlete running on that track. In last week's episode, I mentioned that I wanted to do 100-meter sprints. I did a little bit of research. 100-meter sprints are not ideal for a half marathon training block. I think I should be aiming for longer distances like 400, 600 or 800 meter repeats. So that's why we're gonna do 400 meter repeats today at a 4-minute pace, which is a very uncomfortable pace for me. Yeah, I'm determined. I'm gonna push myself today and we'll see how that will go. If I really wanted to do some sprints, I think it's also better to do 200-meter sprints, but we'll save that for another track workout. When Ian and I were preparing for today's shoot, we actually thought it was going to be raining today, but luckily it didn't rain and it was just gloomy. But I think we got some really cool footage. So Ian picked me up from my place and we drove there. Like I mentioned, I didn't know what to expect. I thought there would be other runners, but luckily we had the whole track to ourselves. Before I started with the 400-meter repeats, I did a 2-kilometer warm-up at a very easy pace. Of course, it wasn't easy because I was all excited, but I got all warmed up and went straight into it. Going into my first track workout ever, I was super hyped, and of course I was going way too fast in the first repeats until I bonked at the 6th repeat where I had to finish walking because I was just exhausted. My legs couldn't go anymore, so I took a little longer break, and I think the last 2 repeats I actually hit pretty well around the 4-minute pace. After the last 400-meter repeat, my watch was telling me that I still had 500 meters to go, so I just did a little bit more than 1 lap around the track just to cool down. And overall, we ran 6 kilometers today on that track, and yeah, it was just a great experience. And here's some cool footage of my first track workout ever. So after today's track workout, I'm actually really excited to go back there again and do more workouts on that track. But for me, I think it only makes sense to do those workouts on a track when I'm actually doing repeats, interval training, or any type of speed workout. I think doing my long runs on a track could get boring really quick, so I'll just continue doing my long runs outside. Also, if you're interested in the stats or the times of my workouts, comment down below and I'll make sure to incorporate it into the next videos or answer your comments. Or in general, if you want to see something specific or if you want us to incorporate other running topics, it will be a great help for us since we're trying to figure out which topics or which content we want to incorporate into the upcoming episodes. Just let us know in the comments. This upcoming week is going to be interesting or even challenging. Since I'll be out of town for a few days, I need to figure out when and where and what to do for my workouts this week. We got 4 workouts coming up this week. If you want to see how that goes, make sure to tune in next week. And in the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the music. And of course, the mandatory appearance of Butters. Say something.
Like, comment, subscribe.